4 years after the death of a young man just walking home, a death that sparked protests nationwide and triggered reform in Colorado's most diverse city.
4 years later, the trial of two of the police officers accused of killing 23-year-old Elijah McClain has finally started, with opening statements this afternoon. Alexander Lewis listened to the opposing lawyers' first verbal battle and shows us how the cases were laid out.
A battle it was, a battle of two interpretations, like the facts are the facts, right? But the prosecution and the defense hope the jury deciphers what happened on the night of August 24th, 2019 very differently. Did the officers respond reasonably, or did they violate policy, ignoring Elijah's cries for help?
The jury is seated, defendants are present, lawyers ready for war, all while a mother soldiers on, prepared to watch every grueling moment.
Within 18 minutes and 2 seconds, Elijah McClain was loaded onto a gurney, unconscious, near death, put onto an ambulance where his heart stopped.
It's been more than 4 years since Elijah McClain was stopped by police walking home from a convenience store in Aurora. 4 years since police restrained him and paramedics injected him with ketamine, the combo turning deadly. We know Elijah did nothing wrong that night. The defense wants you to believe officers did nothing wrong as well.
From the contact to the force to put him in the recovery position was all pursuant to their training and all pursuant to the policy.
Suspended Aurora officer Randy Rodema and former officer Jason Rosenblatt are both charged with reckless manslaughter and second-degree assault. The prosecution squarely places the blame on the responding officers for using excessive force on the 140-pound 23-year-old.
Two had 45 pounds, one had 80 on Elijah, had Elijah's arm secured at the time of the carotid hold, could have used lesser means, but instead applied the carotid hold. Not once, twice.
The prosecution says Rodema and Rosenblatt further violated their department's policy by ignoring Elijah's 7 claims that he couldn't breathe and kneeling on his back.
When the autopsy is performed, his lungs are twice the weight of a normal person's. And you'll hear that in his lungs, there's digestive material and digestive fluid because he's been inhaling his own vomit.
The details are hard to hear, but the defense says it's all in line with how Aurora police are trained to restrain suspects and protect each other, since they claim Elijah reached for an officer's gun.
Under a circumstance where a suspect reaches for or grabs for a gun, an officer can use deadly force, even though a higher tier of force was absolutely justified. In this case, Mr. Rodema showed restraint by using the lesser degree of force. He immediately took Mr. McClain down to the ground.
The defense wants the jury to keep the most important detail in mind. Police did not and cannot administer ketamine.
Police involvement up to a point, but then when paramedics arrive on scene, the paramedics have full medical control.
Both sides said today Elijah died unjustly. They just differ on who's to blame.
First up tomorrow morning on day 2, the prosecution will put its very first witness on the stand. Now, this trial is slated to last about 3 weeks, and we do expect the judge to stick to that schedule, as the trial for the 2 paramedics charged is supposed to start directly after there's a verdict in this case.
It's so interesting to hear this and realize that a jury is having to listen with an open mind to both sides about what happened so many years ago.
And so many details today in the 2 opening statements. There were so many pictures shown, so many clips of that body cam video that took us so long to see. So that jury has a lot to decipher.